It's a tough world out there. Business gets tougher by the day. Competition's racing to the top. How can your business win? Take the lead with Edge. Alliance Edge is a suite of business software for retail, workplace productivity, enterprise resource planning, cloud systems, and professional services that can empower businesses and make yours a step ahead in the market. A complete retail, sales, and distribution systems with a powerful solution suite. POS, POS Lite, cloud sales and distribution, connect all, web ordering. Now that's better, faster, and smarter retail management. With Alliance Edge Enterprise Resource Planning Solutions, or ERP, manage core business processes in real time and with ease. It simplifies purchasing, integration with POS, inventory, payments, financials. Now you can automate your operations and gain intelligent business insights. Ensure sustained productivity levels of your teams so you can focus on achieving business goals. From payroll plus HRIS, timekeeping, productivity tracking systems. Now you can boost your company's efficacy in just a click. With Edge Cloud Solutions, get your company and your customers to a whole new level of digital experience by maximizing the benefits of cloud computing. Edge Cloud Solutions offers cloud-based productivity tools, CRM and ERP tools, digital storage spaces, website as a service. Because at this time and age, being ahead also means growing your digital assets. Let the experts manage your IT requirements and be assured of a hassle-free technical and after-sales support. With its support, maintenance, and top-notch development services. Now you can be assured of smooth running, digital savvy business operations. Alliance Edge is your partner in taking the lead by giving you the power to worry less and do more so you can focus on things that really matter. With Alliance Edge Business Solutions, go ahead, take the lead.
Hello, good morning to all the viewers of this webinar. It's a beautiful Friday and we are currently live via Microsoft Teams for today's Alliance Mobile Geo and Expense Trail product launch. My name is Maurice Diaz, a product specialist of Alliance Software, and I am very excited to introduce these two new applications that I believe can help businesses in the service and sales industry bounce back and continue to move forward from this pandemic. Of course, to also ultimately suit your needs and achieve your goals at the end of the year. Today, I will be running you through the different functionalities of each of the products, show you a couple of screens and features to give you a glimpse of the system designed for today's businesses. At the end of the product presentation, you are free to ask questions or things that you want to know more about the app. To facilitate our Q&A, please write your questions on the Q&A tab on your Teams app. Okay, again, I would like to invite all of you, our viewers today, to not hesitate to ask your questions, and please write down your inquiries in the Q&A portion at the right side of your screen. All right. Before we start, here are the reminders. Okay, so first, viewers are on listen-only mode, and you should have at least 5 Mbps, 4G, or LTE internet. Avoid opening multiple windows or browsers if you're using a browser, and the webinar is recorded and will be shared to the participants after today's session. Of course, we have prepared some giveaways at the end of the program, so please stay tuned. Okay, so now for the first product that we will show you today. Let's talk about this new mobile JO application. Okay, let me pull up my presentation really quickly. Okay. Can you see my screen? Okay, so as I have mentioned earlier, I'm going to talk about this new product. It's called the Mobile JO application, and I hope to be able to share interesting and valuable information about this app within 15 minutes. All right, let's start. So the Mobile JO app, or the Mobile Job Order application, is your online ticket monitoring to help you track job orders for fieldworks and projects. For businesses in the sales industry, businesses who monitor project-based contracts, businesses who deploy field coordinators, this app may help you solve operational inefficiencies. Now let's take a look at some common problems that may sound familiar to us. All right, manual document filing, right? This means you are placing faith in the people handling the files. There are so many ways they can be damaged, lost, or misplaced. You know, for example, a fire or natural disaster could mean that the loss of documents means the loss of your client's important information. Another problem, for example, is when you are working with paper documents, it is much harder to make changes. And every time you want to make a change, you will have to make a copy so you don't destroy the original with any edits or comments you might add. I want to talk about one more problem. For example, manual document filing is very time consuming. I believe it's something that's very common and very something that we have all experienced. Not only do you have to organize and store the files, hunting down the information when you need it at that time can take a lot of your productive time. And also, just to highlight something that we don't usually recognize as a problem, but when piled up can actually cause a lot of damage to our business. When it comes to project monitoring or ticket monitoring, paper document filing, when you're not yet in automation, for example, if you're doing all of this in a very manual way, paper document filing can be less secure than updated. Misplaced documents can easily be placed in the wrong hands, and this may lead to inefficiencies in our deliverables. Right. So what is the mobile JO for? So as mentioned, the problems that I mentioned earlier may have already sound familiar to you. And the key here is, how do you avoid these problems from recurring? So the mobile JO app is used to keep records in order. Of course, you can categorize your client accounts and assign projects and cases to your team members or for those who are involved in the project. Now, once you're able to assign these tickets, this time you will be able to set your desired SLA and keep track of your project tickets easily so that you can generate reports in the end. Now, you can also use the this mobile app, the mobile job order, because it can be updated anytime. It's very convenient because you can create job orders on the go, even on offline mode. Now, of course, because these are all online, and you can even use it even on offline mode, it's very quick, and you can simply submit job orders without any hassle. And while your team members or field coordinators are out there, they can confirm the issue resolution on the spot using client ratings. All right, so next is, of course, the main features of the application. I want to show you exactly what is inside the application. We have what we call self-service tracking. This can allow the users itself to monitor cases and of course check the status of the tickets that are assigned to them by receiving these notifications that are embedded in the application. Of course, I've been mentioning this earlier, this is online, so you can do everything on the go, be able to create job orders, and even save your documents offline when you don't have the internet connection at the moment. You can also maintain your client by making sure that your maintenance page or your client master list is up to date. And of course, for these are all seamlessly connected together online because you can sync and integrate data, and with this you can keep everything in place, powered by, of course, Microsoft. Okay, and of course, for our other features that are also valuable for our clients and your businesses, we have other features. For example, let me just give me 1 minute. My PowerPoint has some sort of a delay, but I hope you can see my PowerPoint presentation right now. So what I'm showing are the other features in the application, such as email functionality. I did mention a while ago that you can easily submit your mobile JO form or your job order form at the end of your on-site field visit to your clients. And of course, on the spot, you can confirm resolution by having the client rate and sign the job order form. Now, if you have job visits or client visits that are billable, you can tag these tickets as billable job orders. And of course, at the end of all these tasks, you can generate progress charts. Your project monitoring or ticket monitoring application can help you generate these reports. Okay, now let me show you how it looks like when you go into your computer. You can see that for the administration or for those users who have default admin access, you will be able to see this screen. It shows some sort of maintenances like email setup. This is where you can maintain your client, you can generate reports, and you can also generate certain cases or tickets that you want to monitor. And when you go to the mobile app, okay, so for the users who will be using the mobile app, you will be, of course, greeted with an authentication page. Very sleek, very easy. You just sign in with your username and your password, and you will be routed to this dashboard. Okay, now once you start creating the job order form, you can see all of these details. We have the billable, if you need to have your field coordinators or technical staff to bring them collaterals to your clients. You can tag them as well. You can also trigger the client signature and do the client rating on this particular screen. And as you can see on the right, you will see all the assigned cases and how it looks like when you sync data online. There will be definitely a prompt that will tell you that all your records are up to date. Okay, now you might be curious and questioning what on the back end, or technologically speaking, how does it work, or where does it run? What are the applications that are supported? So of course, for the operating system, for the mobile app, we support both the iOS and the Android, and we also support browsers such as a Chrome and Firefox. And for the hardware specs, we have all of these details. If you do have further questions, we can answer your questions with regards to the hardware specs. Okay, but basically these are just the minimum specs required, and I don't think these are very demanding requirements. All right, so for the price, as you may be curious, the Alliance Mobile Job Order application is available for as low as 300 pesos. So what is included in this price? So this subscription price includes the server, of course, cloud hosting. This will also include credentials setup, and of course education and training for those users who may want to get to know the product. Although the product is very simple, very easy to navigate, if you would need any support or any education, then we can also, this is also included in this subscription price. And of course, we will help you be able to complete the implementation process by supporting your parallel and your live run. All right, so that's it for our mobile JO product launch. I hope that you were able to get some insights with regards to the application features and the things that might be valuable and helpful for your business. Okay, there you have it for our first product. If you have questions about the product that I have mentioned earlier, kindly write down in the Q&A portion or on the Q&A portion of your screen on your Teams app. Okay. All right. So let's take a look and see if you have any questions. But while I'm checking on that, I'd like to remind everyone that if you would evaluate us in this product launch session today, you will have the chance to win the Gcash vouchers that we will be announcing later. Kindly fill out our evaluation form on the link shared on your Q&A tab when you click on the right of your Teams application. Now, our team will be picking 20 random winners after this webinar session. And of course, if you're lucky, you will get the chance to win the Gcash voucher. Okay. So let's take a look at some published questions on our Q&A. How secure is your, okay, let's see. Does this mobile JO app run on iOS? Yes, as I have mentioned earlier, the mobile JO app is a mobile application that runs on both iOS and Android. All right. Okay. So I guess we don't have any other questions so far. So if, although I would really invite everyone to feel free, don't hesitate to ask your questions. And then later on, I will get back to them after I introduce the rest of the products that I will be launching today. Okay. All right. So give me 1 second. Allow me to check really quickly. There's 300 pesos a month for subscription. Yes, that's correct. Of course, you can reach out to our sales team to ask further questions. Later on, we'll be showing a poster where you can contact us. You can either email or call us via the contact details. 300 is, yes, it's the lowest price that we can offer to you for the mobile JO, but it depends on the number of users. And we can give you an official and the formal proposal once you get in contact with us and give more information about your company. Okay, so we have more questions. How secure is your mobile JO? So I'm not sure if I did mention it a while ago, but our mobile JO is hosted in the cloud, and of course our cloud hosting platform is powered by Microsoft. I believe that Microsoft have specific security protocols and security functionalities that I would say would be pretty much secure compared to other cloud hosting platforms. Okay, one more question that I can see on the published Q&A tab. We have, does the JO application also has a client interface? No, it does not have a client interface. So what's going to happen is when your client coordinator or field coordinator would go to the client and they're done with their task, they can tag the JO as confirmed and closed. But before that, they have to have the client sign it and have it confirmed so that they can submit the JO via email at the end of the day. I hope I answered the question. Okay, so I guess that's those are the questions that we can accommodate for now. So far, I really appreciate the participation coming from our viewers, and so I'm excited to talk more about our next product. So I hope you allow me to proceed and talk about the Alliance Expense Trail. Okay, now this next product, as I have mentioned, it's called the Alliance Expense Trail, and this app allows you to track your cash expenses and facilitate a paperless liquidation process. Now, give me 1 second while I pull up my presentation. Hold on a second. Oh. Okay, hold on. Give me 1 moment. Okay, I hope that you can see my screen right now. All right, so let me just say that again. Now, on to the next product. I want to talk about the Alliance Expense Trail. Now, this app allows you, again, to track your cash expenses and facilitate a paperless liquidation process. Now, I can imagine a lot of businesses, big and small, private and even nonprofit, having similar liquidation process issues. For example, are your cash expenses liquidated, disbursed, and reimbursed in a timely manner? Difficulty in consolidating expenses for liquidation, delayed disbursements, accounting inaccuracies. These problems may ring a bell to you viewers listening to me right now, right? So let's get on with some of these familiar problems that we want to eradicate, or at least at the very minimum, to avoid them from recurring and happening over and over again. For example, manual liquidation. Manual liquidation and manual monitoring, the inconsistency in our data is a big room for error. And of course, since we are manually inputting this information, the information can be very inaccurate, and especially since with human intervention, it's really unavoidable. So the next best thing is to really move and find ways to automate our processes, right? And so on to another problem. Sorry, my presentation is a little bit delayed, so give me a few seconds. Okay, let's see. It's not moving from my end. Give me 1 second. Okay, hold on. All right, 1 moment here. Let me see. Okay. Let me just reshare my screen really quickly. 1 moment. Okay. Okay, 1 second here. Okay, there you go. Okay, thank you so much for your patience. Okay, a little bit of technical glitch. I apologize. Okay, so as I was mentioning earlier, these are familiar problems that I want to talk about so we can see, the reality of our businesses that needs a little bit of fine tuning now that we are faced with a lot of uncertainty. And the next thing that we want to do is to add more problems to our, to our operation, to our businesses. And so as you can see, there are also problems with, sorry, there's something wrong. Okay, so problems with lost receipt and liquidation reports. Productivity is very important for a lot of us. And when all of these inefficiencies in our processes affect our productivity, it's not a very good sign for a business. So productivity is lowered by having to spend excessive time dealing with paper filing system if you're still doing your liquidation process in a very manual way. Approval delays is another problem that I hear a lot of times. So approval may take a long time, moving and forwarding documents from one approver to another. Now, of course, this is always something that we do, but we may not be able to recognize as a problem. You will have to start over at square one, getting the information back and forth. It can also lead you to losing clients who don't appreciate your mishandling of their information. And, there are just so many ways, many more ways to screw up when manually handling cash requests. For example, for cash advance requests, when disbursements is very slow, of course, the process will be extended and stretched even longer. So there might be errors in amounts or even in the accounting of these cash expenses. So that being said, what could be the best application that can help alleviate these issues and these concerns of your businesses? Now, I present to you the Alliance Expense Trail, your web-based liquidation system for self-service cash requests and reimbursements. Now, again, this is a web app, so this is an online application that you can use to track and travel travel and non-travel cash expenses, and that will facilitate ease in your liquidation process. Right. So what are the features that you can expect from this application? Of course, this empowers your employees to do things by themselves instead of relying on your accounting staff in terms of cash advance requests for payment, and even liquidating your requests. So these self-service forms allows your users to file on the web browsers, access the system with their own credentials, and just have them process everything, and then afterwards it will go through certain approvals so that the accounting people or the accounting department can maintain their control while being able to monitor these requests on the go. Speaking of on the go, of course, we are all about digital transformation, and that means, it doesn't have to be that buzzword. It doesn't have to be very intimidating when you say digital transformation. It can simply just say that you're migrating, instead of using outdated applications, you can just simply start subscribing to online applications such as, the expense trail system. So you can track and approve. What it allows you is to track and approve pending liquidation requests on the go. And at the same time, since this is this is useful for our accounting people, for our accounting department, we want to make sure that they are still following certain accounting controls and audit. They're still following their audit process. They are still maintaining hierarchy and authority. So we have a flexible admin hierarchy page or a maintenance page where you can set and configure your approval hierarchy. And of course, our application are all hosted and powered by Microsoft Azure. And as I've mentioned earlier, security is it's very understandable. Security is a major concern of these business owners nowadays. And I would like to tell you that security is our applications are based on Azure Cloud Security Standards. Okay, now to talk more about other features that you can find in the system, I'll just go over them really quickly. There is, when you file for a cash advance or for a travel request form, there is an expense breakdown that will, of course, give you your per dime computation. And if that particular cash request is chargeable to a client, you may be able to tag that to a certain client or billable to a certain client. Now, in terms of the hierarchy or authorization approval that I mentioned earlier, we have what we call the bill of authority, where you can set auto forward requests from one process or one level to another that would be automatically facilitated by our system. And at the end of it all, of course, we want to maintain control and we want to be sure that we are on top of our of our records. And so that's the purpose of our audit trail. At the end of each month, our accounting department will generate reports to, of course, evaluate and assess what happened to our cash expenses. Were we able to liquidate them timely, in a very timely manner? So that's what the reports are about. Now, to give you a glimpse of the system, I will walk you through in each of the screens that I believe are very interesting and that can bring value to this self-service application. Okay, so as you can see here, we have the bill of authority, and you can see that you can, as I have mentioned earlier, this is just to give you an additional idea of what I was mentioning earlier. You can see that there are different business units and different approvers, even alternate approvers, if in case the current approver is not available. So all of this facilitates faster liquidation processes, I have mentioned earlier. You can see the different statuses of your request forms. Now, just also to give you a glimpse of how the request forms look like, for example, if somebody from the sales team or somebody from anybody from your team that will be going on a travel, perhaps a business trip, and they will file for a cash advance, they will be able to see the different breakdown of their expenses, such as the transportation, some miscellaneous travel costs, and all of this will be automatically calculated together with their per dime and the charges from the onset of their travel until the end and return of their trip. Okay. All right. Now, speaking of the approval workflow, as you can see, this is how we monitor the control of the disbursement of our cash. So just to go over it really quickly, we have several levels from levels 1 to 7, and these separate levels or different levels allows the accounting team to monitor and track each of the levels. So for example, once a particular request is now for verification, and of course now it will be approved for posting, and then for payout. After payout, the of course accounting team can deposit the cash requested onto the user or onto the employee's account, and then for receiving, and then the employee will close their request. As simple as that. All right, so that all of the things that I have mentioned earlier, I hope had given you enough information and to encourage you to check out this application. And if that is not enough yet, then let me tell you what it can do for your company. Now, again, this application will allow you easy access. You can file a request anywhere, and of course approve on the go while you are on your computer connected to the internet. And because this is very simplified, very straightforward, filing can be made easy. You can allow your employees to just log into the Alliance expense trail system and liquidate and request for cash advances. And for our accounting team, they can keep track and rely on accurate data because all of the information are consolidated in one system. Of course, accounting can plan and make better decisions using these reports, especially on the use of cash in their day-to-day businesses. And of course, for those who are curious, these are the minimum requirements that are needed for our application to run. So we support Chrome browsers as well as Internet Explorer, and below are the hardware specs, minimum requirements for your hardware, for the hardware equipment. All right. Okay. And so for the price, you will be able to use the Alliance expense trail for as low as 150 peso. So as mentioned earlier, this is similar to the mobile JO. It's 100. Well, the cost is subscription price per user per month. Okay, I hope that I made that clear. And of course, what is included? what is included in the 150 per user per month? Of course, your cloud hosting is already embedded in that cost. We can help you with the credential setup, of course, education and training. If you want us to walk you through, if you want our implementation specialists to do a one-on-one, side-by-side walkthrough, then we can do that per your request. And we want to also assist you with your parallel and live run by providing you the support, and that is already included in your subscription cost. Okay, thank you very much. Those are the things that I wanted to share and say about the second product called the Alliance Expense Trail. All right, now I want you to, again, I want to invite everybody to ask your own questions for you to be able to win our Gcash voucher at the end of the session. Sorry, the Gcash voucher is also available for those who will evaluate this session today. Okay, hold on. Let's see if you have any questions so far. Okay, give me 1 second. Hold on. Okay, I'm just scrolling over the public Q&A tab. Is there a lockup period? Sorry, I didn't see this a while ago. Okay, can we extract reports so that we can upload in our payroll system? Okay, let's have Johnny Benjamin's question. Any reports that we can download? What is the format? Thank you. Okay, Sir Johnny, we can send you a copy of, that's for, okay, sorry, hold on. Is this for the expense trail? Okay. All right, sorry, that was for the earlier product, right? Okay, so sorry if I'm going over the questions from the previous product, but since we already discussed the expense trail just a while ago, I want to dedicate this time to answer the questions for the expense trail product. So just allow me to look over some of your questions. Hold on. Can expense trail be customized? Okay. Can the expense trail be customized? At the moment, we would not be entertaining any customizations, but we are very open to your suggestions and recommendations. Of course, if it's a valid request and if it's something that is very significant in terms of price and in terms of the size of the project, then we can discuss that. Okay. Does this expense trail solution capable to integrate to any ERP and map into the proper expense account in the general ledger? How about the receipts, supporting documents? Does it store the digital copy like a document management? Okay, so I guess I was not able to probably highlight that aspect of the one of the feature of the application is for you to be able to take a picture or scan a document, and then you can attach it to your request forms in the expense trail. Of course, these supporting documents are standard requirements for you to be able to process cash advance request or request for payments. So you can, yes, attach supporting documents in the application. In terms of the ERP, I'll have to confirm that because there are several ERP applications. So I'm not sure specifically what ERP you're using, right? So it really depends on the format and the type of ERP solution that you are using for your business. Okay, can expense trail connected to PayMaya, Gcash, and the like? At the moment, we are not integrated to any third-party payment gateway, but that's a good that's a good question. We'll definitely take note of that. Can we connect this to our ERP? This is similar to the question that was raised earlier. It depends. Currently, I would say we don't have that integration supported yet, and I'm also personally curious about specifically what ERP system you're using. Okay, so is it possible to modify or customize the system? Yeah, I think I answered that already a while ago. Yes, can I attach the expense trail proof of receipts? Yes, as I mentioned earlier, there is an attachment section for you to be able to attach proof of receipts or documents. Is this open for resellers? This is a very good question. Thank you for bringing that up. We will make certain announcements, so just stay tuned. Okay, I'm not saying no, simply. So just stay tuned. Okay, I guess the questions are kind of the same. You know, is the product license? Okay, so just to clarify, this product is is following a subscription cost payment. So basically, you will subscribe to the use of this product, and you will pay for it monthly per user. Under the liquidation process, does it has okay, let me just read through the questions one by one. Okay, we have one more question. Under the liquidation process, does it has capability to upload the supporting documents? Yeah, I think I already answered that. Okay, 1 second. Would there be possibility to read own data through API? Yeah, that's API discussions are actually very interesting discussions. So please reach out to us. Whoever asked this, do reach out to us so we can discuss that further. I think I cannot. This would require a separate meeting. So please do reach out to us. There is a contact information later on that will be showed. I think also in our product launch poster, there is a mobile phone number and an email address that you can use to reach out to us for those who are interested to become resellers, or for those interested who would like to integrate via API. And for those asking about their ERP, do let us know. Okay. All right. So, okay, we're supposed to only keep this within an hour because I don't also want to bore everybody, but I do hope that I was able to share a lot of insights, and I'm very happy that all of you are very participative in today's session. Okay, so let's take a look at our next part. Oh, okay, before I forget, please do evaluate us in today's webinar. Okay, and for those who would evaluate us, if you're lucky, you will be able to win our Gcash giveaway. All right. Okay. Oh, and we have an announcement. Okay, just give me a second before I say something. Give me 1 second to show something on my screen. Okay. Give me a moment. All right, so this is a very interesting part of our session today. All right, so we have our promotion. Of course, the product launch will not be very interesting without the promotion. So let me share with you the details. Okay. So the Alliance Mobile JO app and expense trail there will be an additional free 3 months in your subscription if you maintain a contract with us, or if you keep a subscription of 1 year. Is that clear? So if you would maintain your subscription within a 1-year contract, you will get an additional 3 months. So in simple terms, that's 12 plus 3 months. So in short, you will be able to use the mobile JO app and the expense trail for 15 months, priced for only 1 year. Okay. And as I mentioned earlier, kindly fill out the evaluation form and let us know if you want to subscribe, or if you are interested in getting to know the product more, so we can conduct a personal product demonstration, or to give you a walkthrough of the system in your, in your most prescribed time. Right? Okay, so those are the questions so far earlier that we can accommodate today. If you are interested to know more, of course, as I've mentioned, feel free to get in touch with us by sending us an email or giving us a call through the contact details found in the product launch poster in our social media accounts. All right, so as we wrap up today's webinar, I really want to know what you think about today's topic and today's discussion. And thank you for those who sent in their evaluation for today's session. And yes, of course, because you evaluated us, you will be part of our Gcash giveaway. So to those people who have answered our evaluation form, we will be picking 20 winners of the Gcash voucher. Notify you and contact you via email for your prize. Okay, so I guess that's it. It's been a great morning with all of you. A massive thanks to all the viewers. I really appreciate that you were very active. You've participated very well, and I hope that you will continue to tune in live to the next webinars every Fridays. That's every Fridays. So don't forget to like and follow our Facebook page, Alliance Edge, to keep you updated with our limited offers and future webinars. Again, thank you, everyone, and keep safe.